Green and gold I long for you, you're my Tiffin pride, you're my Tiffin University, you're my Tiffin.
What a great day in the history of Tiffin University it is today, and it's my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce our president of the university, Dr. Paul Marion.
Thank you, Ron. Welcome to this wonderful dedication of the Murphy Academic Support Center. We especially appreciate all the students being here, and this is really for you. First, I want to recognize the trustees that are here today. The Board of Trustees had the vision for this and a number of other improvements to the campus, and if I could ask them to stand. Two of them will of course be speaking. Dr. Frank Murphy, who is our honored guest today. Frank, stand up. Claire Johansson. Claire is chair of the Board of Trustees. We also have with us today, if you can stand up and be recognized, Dr. David Hayes, Andy Felter, Mike Klepper, and Joe Harris. Frank Murphy is a successful business leader, a passionate educator, and a very generous philanthropist. He has especially a passion for students. And as I've gotten to know him over the last couple of years, that really has been the thing that's impressed me most. He really cares about students, and especially students who might need some assistance to succeed. And as you know, we admit a lot of students, and our goal is to help those students succeed. We have a number of academic support programs here. We have success coaches, tutorial services, internship programs, career development activities, and a variety of other ways that we try to help students succeed. But one of the things that we have not had in recent years is an appropriate facility for these academic support programs and services. So when my wife Susan and I talked to Dr. Murphy about this, he had the vision to understand that for these kind of programs and services to be effective, we needed the appropriate space, and he stepped forward and made a very generous financial contribution to provide that space here on campus. The Murphy Academic Support Center has a number of individual offices where success coaches and tutors can meet one-on-one with students, or maybe with a couple of students at a time. We have a classroom in there that not only is used for regular credit classes, but is available for seminars and workshops related to career development, academic support services, and study skills, and a variety of other activities. There's a conference room which can be used for a variety of activities, including group study by students. There are computers and study areas in this facility where any student is welcome to use. And in thinking about the appropriate location for this new facility, we determined that building it as an expansion or addition to Pfeiffer Library made sense for a couple of reasons. One is that we have professional librarians who are very important in the academic support area, and this provides a synergy between those in the academic support area with our professional librarians. Also, because of the location here at really the entrance to the campus on Miami Street, this beautiful new facility really dresses up the campus and provides a wonderful first impression for prospective students, parents, and visitors. It's also centrally located, so we're assured that it will be well used, and it is already being very well used. So we're here today to thank Frank Murphy for his vision and his generosity to make this possible. It will be a wonderful asset not only for existing students, but for students for many years to come. So thank you, Dr. Murphy, for everything that you've done for Tiffin University.
Thanks, Dr. Marion. It's been a great start to the semester. We've had the privilege of seeing so many huge crowds. A couple weeks ago, we did the dedication of the Italian-American Community Memorial. Last week, it was the opening convocation at the university. So many great things going on at the university, and it's just a great time to be here, and another great day to be a dragon. I know that this next speaker had much to do with discussing and talking with Frank and making sure this vision that she and Dr. Marion talked about came to reality and was able to be utilized by all of our students here on campus. It's my privilege to introduce our First Lady, Susan Marion.
All of us here today had a first day in college. Some more recent than others, but we all had that experience. And I remember Frank Murphy telling me about his experience in college, his first year. And in the process of telling me, he also said how anxious he was to help students be able to succeed. He may tell you a little of that story, but we started talking about the needs of students to make sure that everybody who arrives on this campus has all the help they possibly need to make it and to earn their degree. He told me about this 3 or 4 times. Every time we had a reception at the Schreiner House, we were talking about this, and with Claire Johansson, who will speak in a moment. We talked about it often, and finally, one day, Paul and I were saying, why, we need to ask him about this, because we knew Frank. When we met with Frank, we explained our need. You know that there's no place on campus to study except your dorm room where it's quiet. Never mind, let's forget the dorm room thing. Okay, there is no place on this campus to study until this. We had the Student Success Center, but it was small and it wasn't always quiet, as we well know. But now we have another place to study. I understand already in a week and 2 days, we've had students in there constantly. So we explained to Frank what we needed. He said 3 things, 3 words: I'll do it. That was it, just, I'll do it. This is why I believe he's an extraordinary man. He didn't hesitate, he knew the need, and he just said, I'll do it. And I remember that, and I hope we all do. If we have chances to serve humanity, to make life a little easier for someone else, whether it's giving financially, whether it's giving of our time, our love, we need to just do it. So Frank, you're an exceptional man. We are so very grateful, and there's a lot of love going to you right now. Thank you so much.
So many people made this project happen, and I want to introduce some of the companies that worked on the project. Members of Adena Corporation out of Mansfield, Ohio, Klaus Electric, Dundor Plumbing and Heating, Friends Business Source, Lee's Floor Covering, MKC Architects out of Mansfield, Ohio, and S&L Cabling. It's our sincere thanks to you all for making this project a reality today, and we really appreciate the efforts and energies that went into this. So thank you all. Now it's my pleasure to introduce our Chair of the Board of Trustees, Claire Johansson.
Thank you very much. Frank, I just have to thank you from the bottom of our hearts as the chair of the Board of Trustees for all of my fellow trustees who are here today and those that could not make it, for your generosity. I will never forget the first time I met you and the passion in which you spoke about students, the passion in which you talked about helping those students that need a little something extra. And that just stayed with me, and it's so important. And all of our students here, at one time or another in our life, I'm sure will need a little something extra. And you have provided a place for that, something extra, not only a place, but a beautiful place. And you tied the university together, you took our library and tied it together with a academic support center, and it really will be successful for our students. Thank you so much.
32 years ago, I graduated high school, and I probably was the kind of student that would have utilized a facility like this. I needed help and assistance in a variety of ways, and it is with great appreciation, Frank, that we give to you today, this facility that you opened up for us. So without further ado, I'd like to bring up Frank Murphy, Dr. Frank Murphy.
Well, it certainly is a good feeling to have. If you could be me right now, you feel very thankful, is what I feel. And I want to make a commitment to this institution of higher learning. It's a really great place, and it just seems like it keeps getting better and better and better. And that's terrific. But my commitment is that if that gets overworked, overcrowded, we'll build a brand another one, new one. I'm serious. You can record it. It's okay. Got a lot of witnesses. So I'm not going to take a great deal of your time, but the reason I do have a passion for the student that can benefit from some assistance. We all can. I mean, it's not unique. But learning is a very unusual, almost difficult to discover trait for some of us, which I am one of those people. And after I found out how to learn, there was no stopping me then. I just really turned into a worker and a person that became and benefited from someone helping me. And you can lose a lot of good people if you don't look out for those people, because they're very valuable, I think. That's not being self-congratulatory. I'm not doing that at all. But I want to thank Jimmy Schmidt, the architect. I mean, he did the building. Jimmy? I could not do what I do if I didn't have Jimmy Schmidt. It's just the way it is. Other than that, I don't have really much else to say, except that it's a great looking place. I'm so proud to be associated with the school, and in particular that facility. When you see your name on a building, it makes you feel very grateful and very thankful, and I thank you for the opportunity.